This is very important in the context of the images we're showing you right now. India Today has just accessed Atiq Ahmed's remand copy. The only channel with a copy of the remand. He's been sent to 14 days police custody. The UP police in that remand order has said Atiq has a claimed link to the Pakistan ISI and LET. Not far-fetched at all, considering what I'm about to tell you of what's said in the remand copy. Atiq had said, I have no shortage of weapons because I have direct relations with Pakistani agencies like the Lashkar-e-Taiba. Atiq also apparently said weapons are dropped on the border of Punjab through drones from Pakistan, which is a verifiable fact. And these are collected by my local connections. And from those consignments, terrorists of Jammu and Kashmir also get weapons. This is explosive stuff. All of this in the remand order, a copy of which is with India Today at this point of time. Gaurav, what are you making of these fresh details from the remand copy? A link with Pakistan, a confession that many of these weapons have been, purchased from drone deliveries on the other side.
Shiv, this is sensational, but as you very rightly pointed out, not far-fetched. Why? Because there have been a number of incidents of weapons that have been smuggled from across the line of control and from across the international border, especially the Punjab border, and the use of drones. We do know that Pakistan's ISI assists terrorist organizations like Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed in smuggling weapons into India, and they're not restricted just to terrorists in Jammu and Kashmir or subversive activists in Punjab, but those weapons are making their way through to different parts of India, and this is a confession, of course, under section 161 of the CRPC, which means it's a confession made to the police, inadmissible as evidence in a court of law, because for this to be admissible as evidence in a court of law, this would have to be under section 164 of the CRPC, made duly in front of a magistrate. But Shiv, the police will move forward. The weapons that you and Arvind are talking about, Walther P88 compact. Now these are prohibited bore weapons. A 7.62 mm weapon is a prohibited bore. No civilian is permitted to carry this. Point 1. Point 2. The Bulldog, the British Bulldog weapon, .455, again a prohibited bore. No civilian is allowed to carry these weapons, and yet these elements had it and were using it. Atiq Ahmed also saying that there is no shortage of weapons. Let's go back in history, Shiv. They even had access to a banned machine gun, a light machine gun, which is usually only with the armed forces or uniformed services were with these elements. So Shiv, these people have a huge history of acquiring weapons illegally and then using it to create an atmosphere of fear and intimidation. That atmosphere of fear and intimidation is being targeted by the Yogi Adityanath government at this point of time, Shiv.
Stay with me, Gaurav. Arvind, ये जो पाकिस्तान लिंक का एलिमेंट जो है रिमांड कॉपी में, इसको लेकर इन्वेस्टिगेशन आगे कैसे बढ़ेगा अब?
नहीं, बिल्कुल. देखिए, आपको सबसे पहले ये बता दूं कि जब असद, जो अतीक का बेटा है असद, उसका दिल्ली लिंक मिला था, और जो पूरा लीड मिला है यूपी पुलिस को, वो दिल्ली से ही मिला है. दिल्ली पुलिस ने 3 लोगों को अरेस्ट किया था जिन्होंने हेल्प की थी दिल्ली में असद की, जिसके नाम जावेद, खालिद और जिसान है. जब इनको इंट्रोगेट किया गया तो वेपन्स के बारे में भी जानकारी मिली कि वेपन्स आखिर आ कहां से रहे. और अतीक, जैसा कि मैं बार बार बता रहा हूं इंडिया टुडे पर, अतीक और उसका गैंग काफी बड़ा गैंग है. इसमें काफी ज्यादा शूटर्स हैं. अतीक को पैसे की कमी नहीं है. हजारों करोड़ रुपए का वर्थ केवल उसकी जमीन सीज की हुई है, उसके बंगलो जो है वो सीज किए हुए. तो ये जो बड़ा गैंग है, ये जो बड़ा नेटवर्क है, इसमें अब ये खुलासा हुआ है कि पाकिस्तान से ड्रोन के जरिए पंजाब में वेपन्स आ रहे थे, और उस वेपन्स को अतीक खरीद रहा था. शायद यही वजह है कि यूपी पुलिस अतीक और अशरफ को रिमांड पर लेना चाहती है. न सिर्फ उमेश पाल का जो मर्डर हुआ है, उसमें जो कॉन्स्पिरेसी है, उसको जानना चाहती है यूपी पुलिस, बल्कि वेपन्स कहां से आ रहे हैं, इस गैंग को वेपन्स कहां से मिल रहे थे. अब इस एंगल पर भी यूपी पुलिस की इन्वेस्टिगेशन आगे बढ़ रही है.
Arvind and Gaurav, thank you very much for joining me on this extremely crucial news break. It's the biggest news break since we broke the story of the encounter actually happening. Where these weapons came from, All of it revealed in the remand copy, a copy of which is only with India Today, a Pakistani link directly emerging. Now, you may think that this is being sensationalist. Believe me, viewer, when I tell you, delivery of weapons by drones in Punjab has been a well-documented modus operandi of, the Pakistan ISI. It is their attempt to try and fuel law and order tensions in border states, especially in Punjab. But many of these weapons have been sold onward to gangs in Uttar Pradesh and elsewhere. And that's how the Atiq Ahmed crime syndicate gets its hands on sophisticated imported weapons like the Walther and the British Bulldog. We're going to keep a very close track on that. Remember, big India Today news break. You'll see some of the other channels now scurrying to try and get the same information, but you, of course, heard it here